for This Is Knit Live again, and I have a feeling that they might end up being weekly, but I'm making you no promises. We are already getting like inundated with boxes of new season stock. We've got lots of stuff to tell you about on that front, but we're going to keep it niche today. Neat. Joy is here. I am here. I am Lisa. We are at This Is Knit in Dublin. Say hello.
Sorry about the bad hair.
It's hot in here. It's very hot. It's been very humid all day, but we are thinking all about crispy leaves, icy mornings, things to wrap up in. Oh yeah. We're thinking cool thoughts, and lots of knitwear. Hello, and thank you so much for joining us again. It has been a couple of weeks since we have done This Is Knit Live. Into summer, getting a bit of rest, bit of relaxation, a little bit ahead of all the madness to come from September, October, November, December. If you've had kids going back to school, I hope that all went well. Mine are back in, thank goodness, and I really hope they're getting to stay there this time, which means I can focus, and we can all focus on getting you all the good stuff, basically. Right, so today, on the focus, on the Keeping It Neat, we want to talk to you about the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along that lots of you are really, really loving. I have never done one myself before. I have not taken the leap just yet, but Joy is doing it. Aisling up there is doing it. Jackie is definitely doing it. And they're going to drag me down with them. It's going to happen. So especially since we've been having tons and tons of fun putting together beautiful combinations for you. I will say every word twice, it seems. And today I am thrilled because we got a new baby alpaca light fingering weight yarn in some phenomenally beautiful colors that we have also put together into some fresh kits for you. So we will get into that, but we do also want to answer your questions. Show you some lovely color combinations of things that you've asked to see as well. So that's what it's all about. We will let you know what's going on with us, and you can tell us what you need from our side. So it's like virtual shopping, advice, all of that. If you've not watched us before, this is what we do. So I will start with some little questions. I might get Joy to come on and talk about this one from Anya Nivorku. Hello Anya, if you're watching. We will tag you in the comments if you're watching back later on so you can see our answer. And Anya was asking, do we have any tips for increasing row gauge? And the context to the question is that her stitch gauge is fine, but her row gauge is too short. Okay, so not enough rows to 4 inches or 10 centimeters. And Anya says when she increases her needle size, it drives up the stitch gauge, so she's not really sure what to do. She's knitting a raglan jumper, and we were just talking about this beforehand. We were wondering, are you doing it top down or bottom up? Because I think we can best compensate for this if it's a top down jumper. So Anya, if you're on, let us know. Oh, there she is. Hi Anya, we're answering your question there. So could you let us know if it's a top down or a bottom up raglan jumper, and that will help us give a bit better advice. And you're concerned that adding more rows in parts between the increased rows will mess up the raglan pattern and stuff. Yeah, because your raglan is based on a very sort of routine rhythmic increase and a plain row, increase and a plain row. And hi, Anya just joined and she says that it is top down. So Joy is ready to give you the advice that we discussed earlier.
Well, I don't know exactly how much help I really can be, but your stitch count, if you got your stitch count, I would stay with the needle you're on, because it's more important that your stitch count is right, because your row count you can always add, certainly in the body length, no problem at all. So it sounds like you have the right needle, because if you go big, you're going to end up with a huge sweater. So as to do with this, we were talking about the raglan, because most designers, I've done a lot of yoke sweaters, and certainly Isabel Kramer always says, you know, you do your yoke to a certain thing, and then you knit it to say 8 inches, usually around 8.5 inches for what I'm doing. But the trouble with the raglan is, of course, it's much more rhythmical, as Lisa was saying, the increases. Yeah, top down will be increases. So the best thing I think to do is, I hope it's not too far off your row count. Either do a bit more up here or a bit more down by the armhole. I wouldn't necessarily do more rows in between. It might change the shape of the raglan. I don't know how much help that can be, but certainly it's much more important that your stitch count is right, because it'll fit and add length. Depending on who is designed the sweater, they may have it in the explanation where you can add length. I don't know, are you answering it all? But that's the best I can say.
I'll see what Anya said, if there's any comments back there.
Yeah.
Hello, sorry, you're super tiny because you're all on a little phone. So that's great. Okay. So yeah, I think the advice of adding maybe a little bit more at the start or a little bit more in the bottom, like, but just keep your raglan line there. And if you check the schematic in the pattern, they will usually give a measurement for that, for the depths there. So it's about 1 centimetre off.
Well,
probably not too bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Ah, fantastic. And so you're using the Bellish knitting app. I haven't heard about that one.
Oh no, me neither.
Okay. So yeah, no, 1 centimetre honestly should be all right. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
Get the width of your jumper right. You can add length very, very easily. Use your measuring tape for that.
Yeah.
Row gauge is more important if you're doing something like a sideways knit.
Yeah.
Much more important. Stitch gauge is the one to pay the most attention to. Yeah. That's okay. Super. Okay. If you have any follow-up questions, let us know. Thank you for that.
No
problem. Thank you. Whoa, you nearly knocked the light. Usually I'm the one who knocks the lights over. It's okay. No more damage technology today. Lovely. Okay, and we have a few ones where we're going to turn the camera over to show you some colours. Anya, hang on, is saying that it's an app that lets you design your own patterns. It only came out about 2 months ago, and it's quite cool. Thanks for that. We're going to check that out.
To look that way.
Yes. And anybody else, I'm sure that'll be of help to anybody else who's joining. Yeah, so we've got some top-down coloured things. By the way, what I forgot to say at the start is that we've something exciting to announce. Something going live over the weekend. There will be a quick newsletter about it tomorrow as well. But stay tuned to the end and we'll tell you what it is, because live people get it first this week. Right. Cool. So I will do the other kind of chatty question that we had, which was, we really like this. This is from Diane. And she was saying, if you can invite any 3 knitters, a celebrity, designer, a dyer, alive or with us in spirit, to your dinner party. Only 3. Only 3. Woolen, we do a big gala dinner. Only 3. And if COVID is gone forever, yes, please, please, please. Who would they be and why? So Diane, that's brilliant. We love that. We had a great chat about it here. I was going to say, actually Aisling gave me this one, which is Michelle Obama, which I love. I read, we all read her book, and she's a fantastic and amazing. And of course, during all the lockdowns and stuff, she took up knitting. So 100%, she wants to bring the husband. That's okay. We'll let him. Plus ones are allowed, right? And then I was saying, who was my second one? I had Julie Knits in Paris because she's so much fun, and she could definitely.
Mine. We can have the same
sorry.
dinner.
Yeah, we can. And she can totally bring her husband because he's great fun.
Yeah.
And really good suggestion in the comments here from Claire Moriarty. She said Elizabeth Zimmerman, but of course. But of course. Okay, I'm changing whatever my second one is. That's that one now. Now you've got to think on the fly. Well, Julie can come to both of our parties.
Yes.
Or we'll have one big party. Right. Did you have any others you want to say?
I'm Stephen West.
Stephen West for Joy.
And Debbie Blair.
And Debbie. And Louisa. Louisa was my other one.
Louisa.
This is it's turning into a big party. Louisa of Yarntalia Yarns is the best fun to have a few drinks with. Yeah. And her husband's lovely too. Yes. So they all pick good ones. They did. And look, Carjolie is saying Joy, Lisa, and Stephen West.
Who said that?
It's we have a few carols now, but it's Carjolie.
Oh yes.
Which carol are you, Carjolie? I know. Oh, Tom Daly. We knew he'd make an appearance. We did know. And whether there's a dress code for that dinner party, I don't know. I'm sorry, I promised I wouldn't talk about the swim shorts. Diana's going, ooh, Tom Daly. Right. Getting back to the point in hand. So we love that. We said that we might, for the Clapperty knit along actually in our Facebook group. Make that a bit of a chat. Oh, Carolyn and Cork. Hey, Carolyn. Yeah. So super good answers. And Diane, we are totally stealing that for the knit along group, but we will credit you for the question too. So lovely. So yeah, pop them in the comments. Everybody who's watching, think about your. It's hard. So three amazing knitters. They can be dyers, designers, you know, like just gurus. The yarn harlot. Sorry, all of those things, and try and narrow it down to 3, which we're clearly exceptionally bad at. We're very bad at doing that. Okay, so pop your 3 in the comments. We'll read them out, and I'm sure there's going to be some great ideas. In the meantime, I'm going to start with Isabel from Down Under, one of the lovely customers from Australia. We think. Andrea Mary. I'm going to stop reading them out. I'll go back. Lovely customer from Down Under who is a big fan of Townhouse Yarns. Hello, and you might not be in the right time zone to be watching this, but we'll be watching it back. We've got some answers for you, hopefully. And we think that you have lush in your stash, but we're not too sure because you asked specifically about lush. So your question was, hello from Down Under, wonderful team. Okay. I am thinking of knitting a Clapperty in Drury DK. So in the beautiful taffy pop that you sent me, that's for her daughter's 8th birthday. How lucky. So she stopped stealing the knitted items from her. She was thinking about pairing it up with some Lush and some Eden. Now Lush isn't a colour that we've had in stock for a while, so that's why we think that you probably have it there already. And would this work as a likely fade combination? So we pulled some from different weights of yarn here down in front of me, but I'm going to show you those, give you some ideas, and then we'll talk about some of the other show me the yarn questions that we've got for today. So Carolyn is wondering if the iKnit7 crew could count as one person. Exceptions might be made, because I have not met all of the other iKnit7 people in person. The only people who I've met is Laylee and Carmen. I've met Maya Millie at the stand. Millie, of course. Sorry, so I haven't met Anna, and I haven't met Ginger Twist. Sorry, Jess.
Oh, Jess.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, it's terrible. We all have to get together. But this weekend, actually over in sweater weather in the UK, Anna and Laylee are meeting for the first time, which is amazing. I know there was a whole thing about Anna and Laylee and their love affair, but they're going to meet in person for the first time. So that's just for, if you've been following the iKnit7 madness, that's an update for you. Right, so back to Isabel. And your questions about fades for Clappertees. I really like the idea of a fade for a Clappertee, by the way. Sorry, I'm going to turn you around. You'll see Joy for a second. There she is. And then we're going to go down. Okay, so Isabel has Taffy Pop in Drury. So this is Taffy Pop. And you were wondering about mixing it with Eden. And then this colour called Lush, which we don't have. But it is a sort of pale purple, creamy version. So you're wondering about a fade with those 3 colours. So this is Vault. Ignore that. Just think about it moving into a really light purple. So I wanted to show you those. See if that would work for you. But we do really like, and you might already have some, is a bit of Cupcake, which could bring it a little bit closer to your Lush, like that. So we're going Taffy Pop into Eden, into Cupcake, into the scheme that will be Lush, but in this case here is Vault. So I'm hoping you can see the colours all right there. A bit more light here. And it would be fab. I would love to see a Clappertee done in that. And your 8-year-old daughter, big waves to her if she's watching. A very happy birthday present to her would be lovely. So let us know if that works for you, or if you want to see anything else the next time we are on doing this. We can show you some other colours, but that is what I think would be absolutely beautiful. Is a lovely springy, because you're going into spring down under at the moment, so it'll be really nice. Cool. Right, next question. Oh yeah, it's somewhere. Here. No, I wasn't there. Okay. Okay, so on this. Right, Katie Love Greenfield, this is where Jenny is so busy dyeing Clappertee kits that we're running a little short of some things. But you were wondering about Vault in Abbey Lace, which Aisling is working on a project in the moment. So this is what we're using to demonstrate today. And whether you would pair it with a cream or a light grey. All right, here we go. Some dancing schemes a la Stephen West. And sorry, I'm going to show you how Vault is knitting up in this beautiful thing. Look. So this is a shawl from the 52 weeks of shawls, as somebody breaks a glass downstairs, if you can hear that. And this is vault knitting up with a little bit of Stellaris held together for some sparkles. So that gives you that idea. And some overall advice about whether it should be paired. I'm presuming you're going to do something like a love note or one of those beautiful marled held together projects, but we're showing some Yaku as an example. So I think the light grey really does work, but it does depend on what you're making and what effect you're looking. So holding it with a cream, it would be, it's kind of hard to say. I think it would be a lot more springy as well, wouldn't it? You'd get that sort of, wildflower kind of hints of colour going through it. So that is your options. I'm sorry about the really tiny sample, but there is the options between a light grey and a cream, and it just depends on whether you're going for something that's a little bit more smoky and moody, or you want to go a little bit more wildflowery meadow and let this sort of stand out on the background of the cream, if that makes sense. Yes. Well, Joy tells it does. Right, fine then. It'll be grand. Cool. Okay. Now let's show you a pattern. This is a newly released pattern. I'm going to go down a bit closer. And it is the Badger and Bloom jumper. And it is by Anne Wenzel. And Christina herself is looking for combination ideas in Camaro's Snefnug to go into this. I'll bring this up a little bit closer. That is so beautiful, isn't it? Now we don't have, unfortunately, that's dark navy tones, but we do have some other sort of rich, contrasty ones in Snefnug that I can show you. And I'm in two minds. Actually, we can find out. Does anybody know what size needle that's made on, or the tension? Because the new fluff, which I will say nothing about. Now, a little heads up. There is a little bit of technical issues going on with Shopify. Talking about colours, and then you can let me know if you can hear me. So Snefnug colours, I love this. I love this magenta and light grey combination. This one is colour 7837 to mix with 7310. So that would contrast super nicely, I think, throughout that sweater. And when we have, you can go Christmassy if you like, with red and green, red and cream. You could go Christmassy with red and green if you like. So there's those ones, which are 7832 and 7811. They would be beautiful. And then for a lower contrast, a little bit more natural toned effect, we picked out this sagey green and this kind of dusky, kind of very light latte flat white colour, which is 7864 and 7314. So as I said, we're going to make this thanks. So we're going to make this available to watch back. Wow, I managed to practice. So if any of those colours you want to look back on the numbers and stuff, you can come and rewind when it's back live on our grid. Red Lips and Blue Vein says he or she is happy to know that it's not just my job that has had problems with Shopify this evening. Okay, great. We're not alone. So there are some beautiful new things that we were trying to get loaded up onto the website for you right now. But if they're not there when we log off, if you go looking, they will be soon. We will get them there as soon as Shopify decides to play ball. They are ready to go. The little wheels are just spinning in the hamster wheels. So it's not available in English yet. Okay. So I can't see what needle. We can't see what needles. Right. I will show you something, but don't go messaging Aisling saying where is it, because it's coming. Okay. There is a new fluff. Landed in today. I need to stand over here so the light's better. All right. Now, just three of the colours, but there's a dark navy in it, and that's why I wanted to show you, because it might be an option, maybe held together with another yarn for that Badger and Bloom sweater, which is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so it's a new fluff. It's a thicker, I'm gonna like do a reveal, flip it over, you can see which one it is after this. So it is a 80% alpaca, 20% silk fluff, but a bit thicker than what we've had, so it's not lace weighty. It is in fact a 5mm needle. So it's Kremka Soul baby silk fluffy solid. There's a cream as well, there's a navy, there's this like brushed charcoaly grey, and it's a 5mm needle. So if that new Badger and Bloom sweater uses something like that, you could probably pair the navy in this with the cream in Snefnug, or the cream in this range as well. So just ideas. Or this very icy bluey grey, which we like a lot too. So there are the 6 or 7 shades that will be up on the website, as we say, as soon as Shopify decides to play ball. So that is just a little sneak peek at something that landed fresh in the boxes today. We have been working hard. Right, now, yarn suggestions. Next one is from Rochelle Duffy. And you have been looking at the Caddis jumper, which is this one here, from Millamia, and you're looking for sport weight suggestions for that one. And we have some options. Okay, a few different yarns that we think would work really, really nicely for this one. Look at how, I love this, it's trendy, I like it. So that is the pattern that we are coming up with yarn options for. There is Walcott Yarns Opus, and some beautiful, that's Cove, isn't it? And then goldenrod, yes, and charcoal, yes, and then I will Castle Rock. So you can mix around with that. That's a sport weight baby alpaca and merino blend, and just so nice to work with. Joy has been playing around with that most recently. So nice and fluffy, super warm, really good contrasts between the shades and all that sort of stuff. If you wanted a lighter weight yarn, or lighter like fiber content, it's the same weight, I'll just shoop move that way. We went and had a look at Morning Salutation as well, and there are definitely great color combinations. Look at this yellow, look at it, in that again with the black too. So they are super pretty. Color 18, color 11, 20, and it's 15 or 15. Super. So they would be really beautiful in that too. And then your last option, we were just going with the colors that we saw in the pattern obviously, but at least you know that these yarns are available and you can play around and have a look at color options too. But this is Mondial Cashmerette Gold, or Cashmerette Gold, not too sure, but a lot more mustardy, bronzy toned in the golds, mixed with black and cream. Thank you. And I'll give you color numbers. It's 200 here, 100 there, 126, and 177. So all of those would work. And if it was the original Millamia yarn that pattern was designed in, I'd say the Cashmerette Gold is the closest to that, definitely. So it's a merino, microfiber, and cashmere blend. That would be very pretty and would wear really well as well. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to show you, it's kind of a bit shadowy here, so sorry about that. But anybody, actually hands up. Hands up. Here's the door again. It's hot. Badger and Bloom is a 5mm needle, so great. So you've got more fluff options. You can mix Snap Node with the baby silk fluffy baby. Ooh, no, baby silk. Yeah, it is baby silk fluffy. There you go. Yeah. See, we gotta get used to these new yarns. New yarns. I will tell you all about them. Anybody doing the MKAL? Anybody thinking about the MKAL? Give me hearts or hands up or things like that. Is it just me that's still sitting on the fence? Now I know we have our Clapatine knitted on, obviously, coming up. And I should tell you, we do hope to... It's a very quick knit. It is very quick knit, and it's a very different style thing. I mean, you know what you're going to be doing, right? And it's, if you've been knitting for a little while, then it's going to be very much television knitting as well, once you get into it. So I might, for the sake of the kind of the mystery and the fun and everything that I think it could happen, right? So, so if you're interested, we're going to show you give you a better idea of like side by side of the colors that we have chosen. Yeah, we've got thumbs up from Witchcraft 4, and Carolyn is in, Knit and That is in as well. So I mean, I can't even fathom how many people are going to be doing this worldwide.
Thousands.
Like, it's just
Thousands
and thousands. And I've never ever done a mystery knit along, so it might be time. Might be. Okay. First Aid Knit is also doing it. Do it is what Carolyn is saying. Okay. Is it alright if I don't? Yeah. Is it alright if I don't finish until next year? Yeah. Okay. Realistically, you know, it's the busy season now, right? So, but yeah. Okay. It'll keep me going. For now, let me show you. Thinking of giving in to peer pressure is somebody else. Well, I'm with you. Knitting me busy. There is a lot of, you know, not a lot of peer pressure. I mean, there's a lot of excitement and a lot of
encouragement.
Yeah, exactly, enabling and encouragement and all of those sorts of things going on around here. And listen, nobody do anything that you don't want to do with your knitting, right? So you're doing it for fun, all right? So knit what you want to knit, and take your time and just have fun with it. Okay, I shouldn't be worried about it. I should just say, you know, I'll dig in and I'll do what I can do, and it'll get done sometime. Right. On that note, okay, I will come back to you, Claudia, on those questions there. Yeah, okay, we want to focus. We're keeping it neat. We're going to focus on the MKAL. Right. So I'm going to show you some options. Some of the stuff that is on the website already, as long as you can access the website right now. Hold on. Right, we go. Whoops. All right, actually we go this way. Look, you can see some of them coming along the line. So we had to, there's just such bright, fun colours in the Ullen Mill Yarn range, in the Mera. So we had to put together, now I'm not showing you everything that is on the website because we have made quite a few options, but I will show you just a selection from each of the things. You're all right, okay. So one of the options for Ullen is this beautiful, bright, amazing combination, which is kind of, the tone is set. I can imagine that just like making everything else pop in between these two colours, and letting the brights sort of come into play. So that is, I'm not sure which number. Bealtaine, Nevermore. Ooh, it is Nevermore. Oh no, it's Neems now. Okay, and Eden. And thank you. Keep Turning and Maiden. And 1987. So that's a lovely combination if you want to go along. And lovely merino mill spun, beautiful range from Ellen. Now we had to do some Intara as well from Jenny, of course. So we have put together this one, which is polarized and amethyst. I'm just checking myself. Smoke and mirrors, single malt, one of my favorite colors ever. And a Kerr, basically everybody else's favourite colour ever.
Dual tones and that.
Very, very nice. Very autumnal as well, isn't it? Yes, I like it. So that is another option that is lined up and ready to go if you want to do your MKAL in those yarns. Now, here we go. We're going a little bit more autumnal again with Townhouse Yarns Fade Street. This is our single ply. Actually, Tara is a mixture of yak and merino and silk. Fade Street 4-ply is a single 70% merino and 30% silk. This is Toffee Pop, Bonfire, Cloak, also single malt, and also a Kerr. Clearly we love. Aisling has an update for us. She said, fingers crossed is behaving now and the new things are all there, and everything that we're showing you off this evening can be seen via the link in bio. Bula bus, Aisling, for fighting with Shopify and winning. Right. Brilliant. She was very stressed before this. She's like, but we've been working all day to get new things up on the website for you. So that is the Fade Street combo that is up there. And Clarendon. So we're going for across a couple of different bases here, so but keeping them consistent. We haven't mixed any bases just yet. Carolyn says, there goes the stash diving, I'm going to be slaughtered. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. Okay, and a Kerr features again. Then we've got Smelt, Bad Girl, Riri, Velvet, and Iha. Iha. Alrighty. Jenny would be proud of me knowing these yarns. So A very different vibe, but I love the idea. When Stephen West was talking about choosing different colours, he was saying it's okay to throw in a little bit of splash of speckles, a little bit, but just have the semi-solids kind of more or less dominating.
Yeah.
And what's he saying? Painterly splashes. Wasn't that it? Painterly splashes. So Bad Girl Ryu is definitely a painterly splash in the middle of all that. So this is a more plied yarn, and it's a merino cashmere nylon. Thank you for all the loves, all the loves, all the loves. Excellent. So, new yarn time. So it came in today, and then we made MKAL kits. So, let me introduce you to, and we had already started with a little bit of mini skein packs of this beautiful, I mean, baby alpaca. You just can't go wrong with it, right? But now we have these 50-gram skeins that I'm showing you neutrals first. But wait until you see some of the colours that this comes in, right? So let's show you this one. This is just lovely blues and greys. If you want to go along a kind of colour theme where it's all very coherent, it all works. It's like, you know, if you wear your navy blue coat all winter, then this might be the MKAL pack for you, or charcoal, something like that. I mean, Joy is the blue girl. The blue girl in this is knit.
I'm getting it from Stash.
So she's getting it from Stash. She's doing well. But this is, I would be probably along the lines for sure.
That's
okay.
my name on it.
I won't do all the colour numbers because these are listed now. Thankfully, they are super soft. These are 50-gram skeins, so you would get 2 of each in your kit if you wanted to go with the baby alpaca. It is a light fingering weight, 250 meters per 50 grams. But you would absolutely get it. I mean, it's a Stephen West shawl. Like, tension is optional, right? So 100% with that. So this was our kind of color theme one. I'm going to give that back to Joy. And then another color theme one. Very much back into the greens with your neutral blacks. Your sort of soft mid-grays are going to play around in there. I love green as well. And that's, yeah, it's super natural tones. Really, really like that too. But let's do more autumn. She's fast. She's chucking the yarn at me. Look at this range. I mean, it was so hard to choose colours because it got like 60 something colours in it, and I can see it actually expanding on our shelves. We're going to run out of space very, very quickly here. I'm gonna need to find new shelves, new things. Right. So they're super soft. Look at this. Like just dusky, grey toned, bronzy, golden, it's just autumn in a skein, right? With a lovely burgundy, a brighter, sort of more Halloweeny orange, that super yummy dusky pink, and then pop a red. Chuck it all in together. Love it. Now, let's do a rainbow. Ooh. I have such a great assistant here.
Here's one I made earlier.
Here's one I made. I'm just going to keep talking, and Joy is just going to keep throwing yarn at me. So we just decided, I mean, if you want to go wild, go colourful, look at this yellow. Look at how these colours play off each other. I am in love. Okay, so yeah, rainbow. Why not? Why not? There has to be that option in the Stephen West MKAL kits. Now, there's a colour. It's coming up. It has to be featured in like more than one kit, which it will be. And we're just going to chuck it in front of you and see what you think. Look at that! So it is, sorry. Oh my gosh. You just ignore the fact that you need 5 colours and just make the whole thing in this. No?
Oh, I tell you,
yeah.
I love that.
Okay, so there's this shocking hot pink, and I just know it has to go in like all sorts of projects. Ashley was talking about making just fabulous hats. You could hold it doubled and make like the squishiest, brightest, most beautiful winter hat that you've ever made. Yeah, just wild. Love it, love it, love it. So we went with this crazy combo. Crazy is not even all that crazy. The next one's slightly crazier, but that you just have to feature that hot pink in a Stephen West project. Like, yeah, has to be done. Right. Is that the last one? I think that's the last one. Gonna need a bit more of my drink. Cool. So we go black, white, brights, brights, brights. Black, white, bright, white, bright. Oh wow, cool. That colour would match Carolyn's hair. I love it. I think it's this one you're talking about. There's like
Carolyn, we want to see your
there can
hair.
often be a delay on the Instagram comments, but hopefully, because that's wild. I love it. So yes, amazingly vibrant it is. It's just you would I mean, like, put it. No one would lose you in a park, in a festival, anything. No, we're going to go back to festivals and music gigs and things like that.
Imagine there's something made.
Yeah, this is your plan. This is your plan. Joy wants to make like this big swoopy geometric-y shawl thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't see the name of it yet, but yes. So that's that on all the things basically. So 250 meters per 50 grams. If you were getting these for your mystery knit along kits, you'd be getting 2 of each skein. Two. So they are phenomenally beautiful. We just keep petting them. That's how you know. It's like our hands keep coming in.
They're just so soft.
Yes.
So soft.
They are. So that is one of the new and exciting things that we have in stock. There is more to tell you about. There is more on the way. There is no space left in the shop as it is. So we needed to buy stuff to make room for the other stuff that's coming.
We've had to order this.
We've already
stuff.
Yeah. just because everybody wants a skein of this, I've got to turn around and reorder it. It only landed today. So that is what we're doing. Okay. Whew. Have you any other questions for us today? Oops. What's new? I did finish the knit along project. I did. We will be doing more of the break and tie kits as well for anybody who didn't manage to get onto the I Knit 7 knit along thing that we did. So we have loads of options for that if you want. If that's more your style of shawl than the mystery knit along style of shawl, which is a mystery, we don't know, but we can have a fair guess at some of the stuff that's going on in Stephen's head. So baby alpaca, Claudia's saying she can't do the mystery knit along, but those colours are banging. We quite agree. They are phenomenal. So if you are around and can call into the shop in Dublin, definitely come in and have a squish. We will find somewhere to put them, and you will be able to feel and pet them in the same way as we have been doing. There is one more thing. Sorry, I'm very sideways. That we need to tell you about, that the guys in here have been working on and off for the last sort of month and a half. We are bringing back.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's coming back. I had to grab a box. That's part of the reason why we've no room actually, because we're tripping up over boxes upstairs. So virtual yarn tasting. So it's still virtual because that means we can invite as many of you in as want to come and join us for this. So we're doing another round of virtual yarn tasting. If you did not know or hadn't seen this the last time around, it is, whoops, you get,
Here.
no, thanks, I can't put things back somewhere. Right. 12 little mini balls of yarns from our shelves, a selection which we will have listed in the product description when it goes up on Sunday. Sunday is what I said. And you get that sent out to you in the post, and then we all get together on Zoom, same bat time, same bat channel, and we open it up and we have a little knit along, a little taste. We show you projects from the shop here. We give you hints and tips, tell you a little bit more about the yarn, what it's great for. What else? We have spot prizes. Yeah. We give there's more of this, basically, the type of thing that we do here, with more of the members of the team. You get a whole brochure of information about the yarns and the ideas and plans for it, or what we think it works fantastically well for. There's a discount afterwards as well on the yarn if you want to order any of it. So it's try before you buy in a little bit of a way as well. And we did it, was it April? It might have been April. We did it in April of this year, and it was a huge amount of fun. It was a great evening, and we just figured, sure, why not? Like there's plenty of yarns to try in this world, and there are 12 new ones. In fact, actually, one of them, there's only one that's the same as the box the last time, and that's because we couldn't get the yarn back in for the people, so we wanted to let people know there was a bit of a supply issue with it. So that is the rough introduction. There will be a newsletter tomorrow to give you a bit more information about it. We will be doing it on the 30th of September, the last Thursday in September, and the kits are ready to go this time. So if you want to jump on it, if you're overseas, they will be shipping straight out next week. So live on Sunday, limited number. We won't be making them up to order. They are done. They are good to go, and they will be shipping out kind of probably Tuesday, Wednesday, realistically. So. And then we'll all get together and we'll all have like a big knit night with all with a cup of tea. You would have a tea.
Tea?
No.
Oh, cocktails.
It was margaritas the last time. So so it's all done by Zoom, but we all have the same box, and we all have a lot of fun. That is my announcement. Is there anything else anybody wants to talk about? Anything else we were supposed to show people before we go today? I don't think so. With that said, then I think we've overwhelmed them slightly with all of the MKAL options. Possibly, they've just gone quiet. So we're going to go for a very cold drink, and I hope you're having a lovely evening wherever you are. And we will be back very soon to see you and to tell you more and to share more things. Definitely, don't be shy. Ask your questions, and we're very, very happy to help. I hope to see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.